All right, what's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode on the Fuentes Fitness Podcast. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to each and every single one of you, to you, your family, your loved ones. I hope that 2025 is the best year of your life. I really hope that you are able to accomplish all of your goals, all of your dreams, all of your aspirations, because one thing that I'm really big on is just believing that this is possible, believing that you can do it. And for me, that is the word that I'm living my year by, which is just the one word, belief. Last year was character. Everything I did was a testament to my character. Everything that I experienced was a testament to my character. So this year, I am living my life by the word belief. And I want to instill that belief in you that you can accomplish all your goals, that you can get it done, that you can pursue your dreams, and that you're absolutely capable of making it happen, because I know that it is very easy nowadays, especially nowadays when we live in a very fast-paced world where it's easy to forget and compare yourself to others. You don't give yourself the credit, you forget how far you've actually come. So things like that are things we need to keep in mind. So I really appreciate you for being here, but I really want to talk about this new year, new habits. What's really going on here? And I feel like this is important to talk about because at the time of this recording, yeah, it's January 6th already. And some of you have made New Year's resolutions this year. The holidays passed, you waited to get through them, right? You wanted to dial in on the new year for a fresh start. And then you just realized it's not about just saying it, it's about building habits. And habits really don't stick around until you're 21 days into it consistently without missing. And because the number on the of the year changed, you feel like you kind of got a cheap shot below the belt since it's really hard to dial in, right? Like it's not as easy as you thought it was. And your goals aren't even that important anymore. And you're busy and you forgot about what you wanted. And life goes by fast, time goes by too fast. And you don't even have the habits, no strategy, and let alone the motivation. And we all know motivation is just a feeling. It's going to come and it's going to go. And I'm really big on that. But don't worry, like I'm going to give you some actionable steps that you can do to help you achieve your goals. So the first one is you need short-term goals. I'm actually going to give you guys a brief overview of all of them. You need short-term goals, you need long-term goals, and you need to just decide. And this is the biggest one, decide. And I'm going to touch on that one last. So make sure you stick around until the end because I promise you, you need to hear this one. Short-term goals are what can you do today? What can you do within the next week? What can you do within the next month, the next 2 months, or even 3 months? Those are short-term goals. So you need to think about your short-term goals on, okay, I want to lose 30 pounds. That's the long-term goal, to lose 30 pounds. 30 pounds is going to require a certain amount of action, certain amount of tasks done on a daily basis in order for you to have that happen. As an example, if you want to lose 30 pounds, you're going to need to start going on more walks. You're going to need to hit the gym consistently, and you're going to need to focus on eating a certain amount of food every single day, dialing in on your protein and on your calories. But losing 30 pounds doesn't just happen overnight. And you know this. Obviously, you know that it doesn't happen overnight and it's going to take consistent work. That's why it's so important to have short-term goals and long-term goals. So the short-term goals are going to stack up wins, 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 and add up until long-term success. So you getting to those 30 pounds, you getting down those 30 pounds actually becomes a reality. So this is what you need to do. The long-term goal is the bigger picture. Short-term goals are day-to-day tasks. Like you need to show up daily. And it's like when you don't feel like going for the walk, there's a test. There's a test right there. You either go for the walk or you don't. And if you don't go for the walk, then you start to lose trust with yourself. And then you start to feel like you're losing motivation. And then you start to believe, you know what? Maybe I don't think I can actually do this. And maybe losing 30 pounds was such an unrealistic goal from you from the start, you don't even know why you set that goal. So you don't even try. And the sad thing is, guys, this happens so much. There's a statistic, I don't know the exact number, but I've seen different numbers, anywhere between 87% to 90% of New Year's resolutions fail by February 1st. About 90% of resolutions, New Year's resolutions, fail by the second month of the year. And that's why we're here, and that's why we're talking about how short-term goals are going to be the reason why you actually achieve your goals this year. If you want to lose 30 pounds, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do right now. So listen up. If you have a very sedentary job, you do a lot of sitting, you do a lot of driving, you're on the road a lot, you don't really have time to go walk or to go for runs or do any of this crazy stuff. Dude, doing more than what you're doing now, as an example, a 5 minute walk, a 10-minute walk, a 15-minute walk, eventually getting up to 30-minute walks every day are going to add up big time. And it's going to be a lot less stress on your body, which is going to allow you to stick to it long term. If I told you to run 5 miles today and you haven't ran 1 mile in years, what's the likelihood of you actually completing that and sticking to it long term? Very minimal. It likely won't happen. So that's why you need to ease your way into this. If you haven't been active lately, don't commit to the gym 6 days out of the week. Be real, bro. Like, be real with yourself. You struggle with getting out of bed in the morning. So it's not going to happen like that. You're not just going to magically get to the gym 6 times out of the week because all of a sudden you make time for it. Why don't you just start off with 3 days? Make it a goal to make it 3 times out of 7 to the gym, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you do a daily walk for 5 minutes. Because this is what happens when you commit to something like that. When you do it for a week straight, 14 days straight, 21 days is the said number for you to build a habit and make it become consistent. 21 days, you do it for 21 days straight. Now, now you're in momentum. Now you're on a roll. Now you build trust with yourself. Now you believe it's a possibility. Now you know you can do it. Now you got all the confidence in the world. And that's the place that you want to get to. You want to think about how certain you are of success. And this is why I share with you guys, I'm destined for success. I'm living a successful life already. I'm so freaking proud of myself for all the work that I've done to lead me up into this point now because I know for a fact I'm on my path that's going to allow me to live the life of my dreams. I'm so certain of it. And there's nothing different from me and from you. So if I can have that certainty about where I'm going, you can have that certainty about the goals that you want to achieve and actually making them happen this year. Because how many New Year's resolutions have you started, stopped, failed, quit, tried, didn't try again? Like how many times? How many times are you going to continuously tell yourself the same story over and over again? And that goes into the last thing that I want to talk about. We talked about short-term goals. What can you do on a daily basis? Excluding your feelings. Success doesn't care about how you feel. What are your long-term goals? What are you working towards? And how are those short-term goals of you stacking those wins on a daily basis going to help you get to that long-term vision? And this comes down to the third thing. And if you're still listening, man, I appreciate you because this is the good stuff right here. This is something that I've learned from my mentor that I've heard several times, and I didn't really understand it the first few times. So just know that if you don't get this now, if you at least stick with the idea of this, then you're going to be working at something better every day. It's this. Just make the decision. You want to lose 30 pounds? Okay, make the decision. You're going to lose 30 pounds no matter what. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many times you fall, you're going to get back up. No matter how many days you don't feel like going to the gym, you go to the gym. No matter how many times you don't want to go for the walk, you go for the walk. No matter how many days you mess up on your diet and then you get back on track, like no matter how many days that happens, no matter how many times you don't feel motivated, if you make the decision that you're going to lose those 30 pounds, that you're going to achieve the results that you want, there is no room for losing, only learning. And that perspective shift right there is going to allow you to tap into, I'm going to get this no matter what, no matter what. And that's what I tap into, guys. I tap into, I got this unlimited potential. I can do whatever I want in this world. I can make this happen. I can achieve all the greatness that I'm working towards. So if I can tap into that, if I can learn that from my mentor, if I can show up every single day, guys, sometimes I do these podcasts and there's one person, sometimes zero people listening. But I show up with the energy, the passion, and the enthusiasm. Because when I got a few of you guys tuning in live right now, this prepares me. All of that work has prepared me for these moments. I'm here to deliver the message that maybe you needed to hear today. I'm here to deliver the message that this could be your year, that you can actually achieve the goals, that you can actually get out of your own way and see the results that you want. Because, guys, it's about making the decision. So, how can your short term goals stack up to daily wins of going for walks, eating more protein, hitting your calorie goals, learning the new skill of tracking your food, learning the new skill of, okay, I need to be more time efficient. I need to hit the gym 3 days out of the week. If we do 3 days consistently for a month straight, now we can maybe start talking about 4 times. But if you can commit to something long enough, that long-term goal, 6 months, a year down the line, of you being in the best shape of your life. I just want you to think about this. Just think about this. You dial in 6 months, 12 months. Where would you be 6 to 12 months from now? Where would you like really be? And this is where like you got to think crazy. You got to think you almost got to think like outlandish because when you work towards something like that, no, it's not going to be perfect, and you might not even achieve it within the 6 or the 12 month time frame. But I would guarantee you, and I would bet on it, that you are going to be in a way different position than what you're in right now. And that right there is why you make the decision to go all in. You only learn, you never lose. You never lose, you only learn. And if you can commit to this, and you dial in and you learn to trust yourself. Guys, I used to lie to myself all the time. But until I got real with myself that I was the one in my own way, that I was the reason why I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted. Until I got sober, I'm a year sober now. Like until I did all these things, until I owned up to the shit that I didn't want to own up to. Guys, that's the work, man. And it all started with creating a long-term goal, short-term commitments, and making the decision that no matter what, I'm going to achieve all of the success that I want and that I'm going to achieve the body of my dreams. Guys, you can have all of that. 2025 can be the year, but you just got to believe that you can actually do it. Is this making sense? Guys, I hope that this was valuable. I hope that this makes sense because this is really what it comes down to. This is really what it comes down to. You need to consistently do this over and over and over if you want to achieve the goal that you want. I actually made a vision video on my YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to me on YouTube, guys. Joe, the number one ex-athlete coach. I made a YouTube video on creating your own vision board. It's not too late to do one. Whatever time you're listening to this podcast, go watch it now. Go make one this week. Go look at the goals that you actually want to work towards and why. See that every day. Like that vision board is above my bed in front of me. So when I wake up, that's the first thing that I see when I think, which I actually thought this morning, man, should I just sleep in? Should I just push off my stuff for later? Should I just, sleep in, snooze a little bit longer? That's the first thing that I saw. And guess what I did? I just got up. It's making that decision. All right. I hope that this was valuable, guys. I appreciate the freaking support. Like it means the world to me. Let me know your biggest takeaways. Send me a message on Instagram. If you don't follow me already on there, Fuentes Fitness _. Send me a message. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this was helpful. Guys, I hope you have a blessed 2025. You can do it. You can do it whatever you want this year, as long as you never quit and you make the decision to keep going forward no matter what. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Have the best day ever. Peace.